Alrighty. This is what episode is this again?
Welcome to episode 16.
Episode fucking 16. Jesus. What a fucking week has this wow. This has been a week.
Man, yeah, no, like I when we first started this show, right? Like we were doing a lot of politics in the first, and I didn't understand how much I appreciated the breaks in between.
Right. Yeah,
Man.
let's talk about some kinky shit. Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah, yeah,
Yakuza.
yeah, yeah.
Let's,
Yeah,
let's
no, man. Like, fucking, do you feel like being whipped? Because I feel like being whipped right now. Fuck. Jesus Christ, man. It just, mm-hmm.
and Macario's first again.
Boop.
Wait, Frist. He's Frist. He's Frist, y'all.
Chris. Mm.
Frist.
Sir, that's for the kinky episode. The
Save it.
frists.
Save it for the kinks. Save
Mm.
it for the kinks.
But yeah, oh man. It, what's happening, man? What the fuck is happening?
I want to buy Greenland, and we're gonna make it our 52nd state, along with Canada. That's gonna be our 51st state.
Mm. Mm.
And Palestine, which is gonna be our 53rd state.
Motherfucker.
Okay, that last one he didn't say, but
No, see, Palestine is brown. It would be a territory. Like,
right. It would be a territory
fuck,
because they're
man.
brown. Let's look at the complexion. Yeah, no, too brown. Nope, a territory. You're our
Oh
territory,
man.
just like Puerto Rico, just a territory.
Yep. We'll never.
Nope.
Yeah, no, like the amount of aid that they would need to send. Yeah, no, it's.
Right.
Whew.
Yeah. No.
So. And
And
Mexico will
Mexico
just
would
be
just
a
be
California
California
extension to
extension.
smack. God damn, man.
So
Hell
so
no.
then so then what would that make Canada? What would Canada be extension of?
Like big old Alaska, like. No, I would imagine it would like divvy up, like Alaska gets the top of Canada, and then
so
uh
so so we'll get the true Pacific Northwest
yeah,
in that area.
it's so ridiculous. Like, mm, this all, it's in such a level of stupidity that like it just I fight myself every day to believe it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I have to wake up in the morning and be like, this is happening. Remember to keep your eye on the ball.
Did you get
Just
added to the war chat?
oh my god! Oh, on today's topics, by the way.
Right. That was one of them.
Today's topics.
We're gonna talk about
Um,
the war plans being leaked, and then JD Vance's Greenland visit, and students protesting that are getting deported for their pro-Palestine views, which is wild work to me. But yeah,
and fucking just activism in general, man. There's been
yeah, there's
a lot of activists, students, and others that like getting deported, and no one knows what the fuck is going on.
Oh, and then also we got a bunch of brown people getting deported too for having tattoos.
Fucking Jordan tattoos, man. That You're brown and also admire a black man? Oh no. Oh no.
It's part of a gang. It's part of that Venezuelan gang. We got to deport them.
Grim shit, guys. Grim shit, but
Yeah,
must be talked about.
yeah, dude. It's pretty wild right now.
But let's go, man. Like fucking this this shit, and I can't wait for the day that we actually do like a military episode,
Mm-hmm.
because this kind of shit with intelligence being leaked like this in such a stupid fucking way, it gets me in a different level, man, because I remember the amount of things that we had to do to keep our shit secret, and then these guys just
Put it,
wipe their ass for that shit.
put it in a group chat.
Like, and they try to defend themselves by saying, because the signal thing was implemented during the Biden administration,
Mm-hmm.
but people had the fucking sense to understand what business can be conducted through signal and what business you don't fucking do through signal, man. Like it's just having the sense, man, and they don't have it. It's This is why I find it hard to keep my tinfoil hat on. I
Mm-hmm.
mean off. Um in the sense of like, is this from within? Is this these motherfuckers legitimately destroying all these things because they wanted to crumble, because they wanted to not work, because the US, the fucking cannon of NATO, gets destroyed, and what happens? Like, it's just
Don't know well enough to post it on War Thunder. Jesus.
I don't know what War Thunder is.
Is that some new like group chat? Some new fucking chat service that I don't know about?
Yeah, because man,
Sounds
like I
sounds
just
like sounds like there's a lot of Second Amendment activists that'll be involved in there. You want to talk about guns and your right to bear arms? Well, come join this social media platform called War Thunder.
oh man, those
Show off all
people,
your
man.
builds.
Mm.
Yeah, I have an M16.
But like, it just it's hard, man. All these things are things that like put us in a very weak position.
Dude.
Uh, when it comes to relations, when it comes to like the moves that we can make, like it just makes us look like laughing stocks, and that is fantastic for a lot of countries that would benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
And eh,
Oh, military equipment stats
oh,
regulator. Oh
oh,
shit.
fuck, man. See, tinfoil. Oh, I'm running out of tinfoil.
Oh
Okay,
my god, dude. That's really crazy work.
so this level of incompetence, man, like it just. Mm, 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 mm.
All right. So, let me just like I'm gonna look like directly to the camera. Okay. So, um Trump supporters, next election, we cannot have this bullshit again. Do you understand? Do you understand what has gotten us? This whole, I like the cut of his jib. He keeps it real. Yeah, he's gonna fight for us. This man has done literally everything to cripple this country, and he hasn't even been president for 6 fucking months. Looking at you, Trump supporters. Y'all voted for this. Y'all voted for this. Okay, all right. Back to the podcast.
Ah, oh my god.
Oh shit.
Just like it it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like the amount of shit. Like, did you see motherfucker did executive orders targeting law firms
I've
specifically?
heard I've heard something. Yeah. Something in the grapevine about that. And it
Yeah.
seems like he's really only going after like key law firms that like went after him.
Yeah. Like, the last one that got hit was the law firm that worked with Mueller.
Mm,
So he is legitimately, dude, just going after everyone that has in his perspective wronged him. And it's fucking fashy as fuck.
another example of fascism that's, doesn't have to do with like a little angry dude with a little small mustache talking about killing Jews and shit. Like this is what fascism looks like in the modern day, y'all. So
And authoritarianism, man. Like, it's a little different little things that are happening all at once. It's hard to keep track of.
hmm
Uh, these are like the ones that I believe are the away from the smokes and mirrors, right? Like the smokes and mirrors of like him being all loud and shit, uh, saying some outrageous shit, to what like his people are actually doing.
right. Let me just get a little bit closer here. So, all right. Once again, this is where we are. We cannot do this again. We just can't. Please believe me. We cannot keep doing this. We cannot keep voting based off our fucking emotions. Now we really have to look at, okay, here's what policies do these motherfuckers support? Who are they gonna have, in their fucking, in their cabinet? Like these I swear to God. it's like it's like motherfuckers like people don't realize that you kind of have to look at elections kind of like as a like you're the one giving the job interview. You know what I mean? Like name a time where you've dealt with a difficult situation. You know what I mean? Like people don't think about that kind of shit, and this is the consequences of that.
Oh yeah, like
Where we have this really incompetent motherfucker also hiring even much more incompetent people. Like there should have
like
been no reason why those war plans should have got leaked.
man, like it's adding the reporter by accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, fucking Fat Finger did. You thought he was someone else with the same last name. Whatever the fuck happened, right? Like it happens. But all it should have been is, oh yeah, I accidentally got added to a group chat, and they discussed. Worst of all, should have been like hookers and cocaine. Like that should have been the fucking scandal, right?
Right. Mhm.
But no, no, motherfucker, you added a reporter to your non-confidential line of communication where that is possible to happen, and you're discussing top secret clearance shit. Like it is. Mm,
And he sent it to a fucking
mm,
reporter in that same chat too, none less.
Yeah, no, like it should have it should have always just been hookers and cocaine, your lunch order, motherfucker, how you like your coffee, like
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
yeah, like anything else except an actual military discussion about fucking war moves, attack plans, shit like that. It is
Weather reports and shit. What vehicles are gonna be used?
oh my god.
Like, this
Is
is
it because the communication program within the military doesn't allow emojis? Is that why? Is because you guys miss the fucking emojis, you fucking children, toddler motherfuckers? Jeez. Oh my god.
dude. Like,
You
it's
can draw a dick. Go on Paint, draw a dick, send that shit. You don't need the emojis. Just send a drawn dick on Paint through the fucking email chain. Just man.
I man. Yeah, yeah. Like I can honestly say of all the things that could have happened in this administration, war plans getting leaked in a group chat was not on my bingo card.
It wasn't mine. Not in a group chat specifically, but I knew that something was gonna like some form of. I had social media.
Mhm.
I didn't have specifically a group chat.
Mhm.
Uh, because in the last time Trump was in was president, he tweeted the location of Navy SEALs.
Oh, he did.
So like that didn't surprise me. It surprised me the fucking group chat. It wasn't just one person. It was the vice president of the United States. My God. And then this alcoholic motherfucker goes like, "Oh yeah, we're good. Like we're clear." He actually says that. Like he actually says in the messages that they're OPSEC and they're fucking not. There's an Atlantic reporter right there. Just like hmm.
And
And
this
the
is when
fact
doves cry.
and the fact that the reporter had more decency than these motherfuckers, right? Like he doesn't release everything. He only release what he needs to release. And then these guys get fucking talked to and they're like, "Oh well, no, nothing top secret was discussed. Nothing that bad really was in there." And the Atlanta reporter's like, "Well, okay, they said it's not top secret, so I guess I'm gonna publish it." And bam, he releases it. That, sir, thank you, fucking congratulations. Like they said it right. It's
you
not that important.
you fell for my trap card.
Oh my god, like.
Smoky eyed Vans.
Sir, man. Uh,
Man, I can't. I can only imagine if had this happened under like even man, listen, if it was any other president, they would be calling for impeachment.
any other man.
Any other president, there will be an impeachment process. God forbid the first nigga president did some shit
Oof,
like that.
man.
They
No,
beat
like
and Obama would have publicly got lynched.
if Harris would have gone, if fucking dude, if like Mitt Romney did this, like like anybody else did this,
Hmm.
fucking,
I
we'd
don't
be yeah.
listen. This is for moving forward from Trump supporters. I don't want to hear another motherfucking Benghazi. But what about Benghazi? And they're like,
Mm,
ooh, I don't want to hear a mother. Ooh, but you know what?
mm-mm.
That's okay though. They don't care. The hypocrisy doesn't fucking matter to them at the end of the day.
It does not. They don't see it. They don't see satire. They don't see hypocrisy. It's just man.
But hey,
You are ignorant to all these feelings, all these emotions that torture me, right? and yet you're miserable. How? How? My conscience kills me every fucking day, man. I don't do so much shit because it's nah, that's wrong. I'm like, fuck, okay, society and shit, and like, and yet you're miserable. How? I don't get it.
Well,
Oh man,
maybe it's this like innate feeling that we just want to judge people and feel good about ourselves doing it.
like yeah, it's human, right? Like it's one of the things that we do.
Hmm.
Um, compare ourselves to others.
The lack of
And judge
empathy.
by that.
Yeah.
But like, man, that's the thing. Like, in a way, my my own empathy uh gets me in trouble because then I don't focus on my own self.
Right.
These motherfuckers don't have this, and yet they're missable. Like it does. I don't know. I don't understand. What makes them missable? What makes them seek misery like this? Um. Oh my God, Mac. Does anyone remember the boxes of government secrets that he kept in the bathroom? Like, yeah, no, he sold that shit to Russia, man. Like, Russia has that shit. Like, they have plastered their walls and their offices with our secrets. Like, man. There was legitimately a recording of him talking that he was like showing private citizens these documents. Can I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat back on this
Hmm.
one because I've seen it be suggested online, and mm, I don't want to give it too much time or exploration because it fixes nothing.
Hmm.
But at the same time, fuck it. We have the tinfoil hat on.
Tinfoil hat.
Uh, fucking Elon Musk really fucking bought this election for Trump. The most public facing uh, part of the entire thing was the fact that those lotteries where he was trying to give away like $1 million for people if they convince other people to like go vote and all that shit, like mobilizing the vote in key states.
Hmm.
Uh, it came out that the people that won the prices were never the part of the like the populace. They were employees. So no one really had a chance but employees from his company. Um, that that shit is very obviously uh fucking it gives a monetary incentive. You see that shit all the time in Mexico. Uh, this guy out of nowhere, right? They did a party needs a certain district to win,
Hmm.
so nothing's happening, and then like 2 weeks before the campaign, Random Doom shows up. They plaster all the walls with his face. Um, and then for a couple of days, people show up in trucks and give away food in exchange for border cards. And the border card is pre-filled with the dude that they want to win, and then people just sign it in exchange for fucking food. Like how the Mexican version of it is more blatant, yeah, but how truly different is it from that?
Yes, let me bathe in your liberal tears to soothe my ignorance.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's hard, man.
we're gonna own the libs. Every
Hmm.
man, it's like
And own yourself and and sell your soul and the fucking in
it's
exchange
like
for like it just.
it's like in the process of owning the libs, you're also kicking yourself in the face and in the ass at the same time.
Hmm. Somehow, man, the fight physics. It just, yeah, like how fucking different is it, man? It's exactly the same thing. You let that shit pass. You should let that shit happen and be okay, be normalized.
Right.
Slippery fucking slope, man.
It is.
And we're already slipping.
Right.
So
So, not to like deviate too much, but this is something I don't know. Maybe this is just a take that I've have just being a black dude and just being just like on the outside. Just it's not even on the outside, just like just my observation, you know. It's just like it kind of feels like people just this is gonna sound fucked up, but palm colored people don't give a fuck about anything until the issue is on their doorstep. Like they don't care until they have to care, or change until they have to change. Like go back to the town halls and shit. Like you're angry now, but you should have been angry way before.
when it
But
was
now,
started
now,
happening,
yeah, now that it actually affects you, now you want to be angry. Well, all you had to do was just not vote for the motherfucker in the first place. Like a lot of the shit that we're about to talk about was very avoidable.
yeah,
But like people like it's like everything that Trump did after he got out of office, just his antics wasn't enough for you to withhold your vote from him. Like it was the first time. Excuse me, like the first time around, talking about grabbing bitches by the pussy and shit. Don't even wait. No, that wasn't enough. All the other fucking weirdo shit that he was doing and him being linked to fucking what's his name? Epstein, all that shit. Like him being really buddy buddy with Epstein and all the videos that came out. Not that, he was a fucking convicted felon, before going into the election and shit. Like already told you that he was already gonna mismanage funds and shit. What makes you think that it was going to like
dude.
all you did was just enable him to do more of the shit that he was already doing before?
And this is truly not. This is not directed to the Trump supporters. This is directed to fucking Democrats,
Hmm.
centrists, liberals,
Fucking
progressives,
fence
everyone else, man.
sitters. You
Yeah,
fucking
no,
fence
everyone
sitters
is
are
just
the
like,
worst. You fence sitters are the worst. All you motherfuckers that didn't show up to vote.
oh, all the motherfuckers that were like, oh, but the two parties are the same. No, they are not. No, they're not. Fucking one is very much okay, and as you can see, very much okay with being openly many fucking things.
Hmm.
Uh, and one party is not. Like you can talk shit about like, mm, you know me. Nancy and I are not friends. Newsom and I are not friends. I fucking hate hate Chuck Schumer. Like these motherfuckers. Come on, guys, step the fuck out of the way. Like
Yeah.
I hate those guys. I hate the corporate Democrats. But In this election, it wasn't about that. And it's complacency, truly, man. Like I think we've discussed it before, that the idea that it could not happen here. Well, here it is. And
And it's fucking
I
happening.
saw I saw this meme during COVID, right? That it was like, uh, where's the doctors that study specific like diseases themselves? Um, pathologists, I think.
Mm, the study of disease. Pathology.
Pathologists, okay.
Yeah.
So like those people must have the most exasperating job ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys, their entire job is to study the disease, the progression, the moves, how viruses work, and everything, and come up with solutions to prevent those things from happening. Uh, so their job gets undermined so much because if they're good at their job, nothing ever happens. But if they fuck up, then there's a pandemic and shit.
Okay, so though for specifically for that, the study of disease is called epidemiology,
Ep-
and that which investigates the
epidemiology, yeah,
investigates the
that one.
distribution and determinants and control of disease within populations. So, but just studying disease in general is just pathology. Like they're just like, what's this?
Okay, 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 yeah, epidemiologists. Yeah. So like it's kind of like that. Uh, the U.S. inwardly has been working so well for enough people
Can
that
can I buy a vowel?
wait, what?
She's Claire is like, can I buy a vowel? Because words are hard at 9 a.m.
Words
in the
are
morning.
hard, man. Fucking.
Why you always
Oh
gotta
shit! Is
have
that like
those
is
big
that
ass
idiom
words?
of the day?
Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah, is that the idiom of the day?
Fuck it.
Damn, man, I don't think I've heard that one. Uh, fucking. But yeah, like it's been running smoothly enough that only the people that really affected by it complain, and that shit is kind of like becoming a lot of us.
hmm
So yeah, it's shitty that people didn't want to get engaged until it actually affects them. Um,
Man.
and I truly think that like right now it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's gonna take an entire like if people are up for the shit that the moment demands.
Yeah.
Uh, it's gonna take 1, 2 generations of like a lot of involvement. Uh, but then afterwards, how to develop a system that is not as demanding.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah,
one can dream, right? One can dream.
it's a fuck situation all the way around. You know.
We'll get to that part when we get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that Greenland visit though.
Ooh. Mm. Mm.
This might be Republicans' last hurrah. Yo, so before we move on to the Greenland shit,
Mm.
so Maddie, do you remember the last time I came out there? I showed you a video. It was FD Signifier, and he talked about the future of the Republican Party. Do you kind of remember what he was talking about? Like what may end up
Uh,
happening to them?
fucking. No, I've seen a couple takes on it. Refresh me.
Yeah. So basically, what he was getting at is that what he said best case scenario what he can hope for that what happened to the Republican Party is that the future of it is that what's going to make up the Republican Party moving forward is going to be pretty much like all the fucking centrists and like more of the centrists and like right leaning Democrats becoming the new Republican Party, where now
Um,
the Democratic Party is actually really going to truly be made up of like progressives and shit.
you think do you really think that we take over the Democratic Party? Because right now, the way I see it, fucking, I was reading something this morning. Fucking Gavin Newsom is like talking shit about progressives as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. That dude has presidential ambitions, and I will fucking rally, call, phone bank, send messages, whatever the fuck I have to do
Mm-hmm.
for that man to not be president.
Yeah.
Fuck Gavin Newsom.
Well, so here's the thing, and this is all just theoretical. The reason why, because what Mac is saying is true. This might be the Republicans' last hurrah because people are angry as fuck right now from all sides. This era of Trumpism, because what Gavin Newsom is on right now, and what a lot of like fucking centrists and corporate Dems are on right now, is the reaction of the effectiveness of Trumpism. Like it'll get you elected, but then now you going to deal with the fallout of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So right now, it just seems like to me, right? Because a lot of the because there's been some elections that have been going around, local elections that have been happening where the Trumpy candidate is getting their asses handed to him. Like we don't want this no more. We're done with this. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking right now where you know the Republican Party, at least the future of it, if it wants to be a party moving forward, is to not be on that Trump shit, that MAGA, whatever Trumpism, cult of personality type of like, candidate that you're pushing, motherfuckers that really don't do shit for you. It's just like, yeah, remember what happened last time where we let fucking billionaires fucking run the country? Yeah, they don't. Yeah, we don't want that. Remember how everybody thought that hey, having a businessman as a president would be a good idea. Well, y'all see how that turned out. See how much he really served you in the grand scheme of things. Like, didn't do shit for you in the end. Because at least the Democratic Party is at least wants to actually have a conversation with you and actually open these town halls and allow you to express your grievances and shit. Meanwhile, at these Republican town halls, you got people literally getting like kicked out, and they're just expressing their frustration. You're their constituents. You're supposed to be serving them. Like, say
Now,
something. But
now,
this is,
like,
yeah,
you do you mean like the Republican Party, Democratic Party, when it comes to the representative level, or the people that actually vote level? Because that's where I guess I'm a little skeptical about.
yeah.
Like,
All right. So,
uh,
all right. So I guess like the best example that I can give is something that's happened historically here in the States. Do you know what a Dixiecrat is, or you ever heard about Dixiecrats?
no.
Okay. So, history lesson.
What? Let's go.
So you ever heard that meme about Democrats were in favor of slavery and yada yada yada? You ever heard that meme before?
Mm-hmm.
So that was because the Democratic Party at that time was mostly made up of southern states.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much the Confederacy, they were mostly made up of the Democratic Party at the time. But
Oh, that's right.
fast forward,
Lincoln was a Republican, right?
right? Lincoln
That's
was a
right.
Republican. So fast forward to, civil rights era, where all those Southern Democrats, the Dixiecrats, end up becoming Republican. And this all had to do with like all the civil rights that was going on at the time. Um, you know, the the Democratic Party started becoming more and more like left leaning on certain issues. Um, so that started happening, and so all those Southern Democrats made up what the Republican Party is today. So there's always been a shift in sentiment within the party in this country. So that's why I'm saying like whatever we have right now of the of the Republican Party, these fucking MAGAs, like we want that to be over. Like the sentiment is that needs to be over and done with. At least that's what I'm gathering from right now. So what I'm getting at is now if you have a Republican that's not really like super conservative, but on the fence on certain things, like an actual like centrist, like an actual like real centrist, and you get like a Republican that runs on that and getting away from all the MAGA shit, then it's going to create another shift within the party. And meanwhile, you might have Democrats kind of shifting more towards in that direction. I mean, they're already basically there. Like we're talking like the Hakeem Jeffries and the Chuck Schumers and shit. Like the corporate Democrats are basically going to become Republicans.
Or
And
like, you think they actually switch? Like, because
it
in my head, so I see definitely like what Mac's saying, right? There's a core forming around AOC and Bernie.
right.
I see that shit happening. Like, I want to check out their the oligarchy tours coming to LA.
Mm-hmm.
But like, would it be like? I guess the way I'm thinking about it is not like what's gonna happen. Like, what would be better
Mm-hmm.
if um they just kind of like had a Tea Party
Mm-hmm.
moment. Like they separated, but also like in my head, I'm like, fuck, but third parties never win. Um, do you think that all those corporate Democrats would, if there's more progressives entering the Democratic circle, they would do pull a fucking cinema, go independent, or straight up just go Republican,
I would think so.
or just vote with them?
Well, the reason why I would say they wouldn't vote with them, it's really it's one of those things where about winning elections, and that's what they want to do. They want to win elections. So we might have this fucking more reactionary. So the reason. So let me just put this out there, because I'm glad at like what Bernie is doing and AOC, but the thing is that you have to think about how long that they've pretty much like been in office, right? For what, a good part of what, 10 years now.
Mm.
So the reason why they're getting the buzz right now is just it's just reactionary to what's going on. Very reactionary. So, I mean, there's a buzz there. However, I feel like that buzz is going to die out.
It will, yeah.
It's going to die out. Now, as far as like where the corporate Democrats lie, whole different story, in my opinion. All theories right now. So, on one hand, right, they could do by the good of the party. They can definitely do that. However, they're corporate Dems. They're going to serve corporations first,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to cause a bit of friction with what the Democratic Party is trying to be. So, one or two things is going to happen is that as more progressives get funneled into the Democratic Party, they're going to push those corporate Dems out. Those corporate Dems are going to need a home. So either they do go or go independent, but you know, even independents don't fuck with corporations like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hence they will get with the centrist fucking Democrats and the more sensible Republicans and get with them. Then that's why I see where those corporate Dems are going to shift over to Republican in that regard. Because the last thing you want is a weak party. And progressives are going to see that. The progressives that are going to get funneled into the Democratic Party see that. They're like, nah, fuck that. No, you're not with us. Get the fuck out. We're going to primary the shit out of you. And we're going to get the backing for it.
Yeah, man. Ah,
So that's kind of like what I see. But this is gonna be a very gradual change. Like we'll be like in our 60s by the time we actually see that shit.
yeah. Yeah,
so
man.
so this is anything that's gonna happen like right now. You know, even maybe like 5 years from now, we might start seeing the shift really happening. But you know, this is gonna be some shit that's gonna happen later down the line for sure.
Well, see, man, like, I guess, yeah, the tentacles of, like, fucking trash have to touch you,
Yeah.
touch everyone, and then people hopefully will fucking, eh. It's just shitty, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, but, like, it's, it's funny, Canada's reaction to, the tariffs and shit like that.
Mhm.
The difference between the reactions to Trump on the first uh go through it and this time
Mhm.
the international reactions to the shit because we're in a different place in the world, man. When Trump got elected the first time, people were laughing and shit and being like, ha 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 ha, ha, he said that, oh my god, what an idiot. uh
Stupid motherfuckers.
that's it. Like the international shit that was happening was like legit. Europe was just laughing and being like, this fucking stooge, what the fuck is this? The
Mhm.
Apprentice. Uh, like, yeah. But this time around, after a global pandemic, and that's how his presidency ends, um, everyone having a shitty economy, uh, Biden's presidency barely landing that shit.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, if COVID didn't happen, Biden would never been president.
nah, man.
That's just facts.
Yeah, no, it's facts. A Democrat would have not won. At least none of the ones that they would have tossed at the problem.
Bernie would have won, but hey.
Bernie would have won.
But we don't
Oh
want to talk
man.
about that.
Mm. But yeah, this time after all that shit, right? And with everything his fucking dementia brain is saying, people are taking him much more seriously.
Yeah.
Um, and Canada, like the 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 reaction I've seen targeting specifically red states that got him elected and shit like that, like
Mm-hmm.
man, are they pissed?
Mm-hmm. That's why they can't do those town halls anymore.
Mm,
That
it
was very
is.
yeah, we gonna hit you where it hurts and kick you
Let's
in the
hope it
nuts in the
works, man.
process.
Let's hope it works, cause man, like
Yeah, but anyways, Greenland. we got a
mm,
little,
that's
we got a
right.
little, we got a little
Fucking
derailed
Greenland.
there. Fucking
A
Greenland
little
and shit.
bit,
How
a
am I gonna?
little bit, man.
Oh, baby face and his wife. Let's go. Yeah, I don't really understand what that was about.
He he's legitimately like trying to just establish a presence, man, a U.S. presence in the region, because there's a lot of movement when it comes to Russia and China and the region,
Hmm.
and like we were talking before, uh, it with climate change, that region is gonna become, when it comes to natural resources, huge, man. The waterways, a bunch of other things.
Yeah,
So it's it's a strategic move, yes. But if you were playing a fucking Conquer video game or something like that with no politics in it,
right.
like um like my Age of Empires nerds is like, yeah, no, you conquer that area. Yeah, no, it makes sense. But like,
Yeah,
there's people, there's politics, there's like, this is fucking real life, dude.
yeah,
So it it's that, it's just military. He's trying to like be tough, look batty, but it also, it's not gonna work. We're not gonna go to war with fucking Denmark.
yeah. No. All right, before we get into that, the Republican Party is so toxic, though, that I think whatever corporate Dems do go on that side. All right, change it. Well, yes and no. And the only reason why I say that is because corporate Democrats do what? They serve corporations. What do the current Republican Party do already right now? They serve corporate interests at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the common ground. Like, they're always going to protect their bottom line. So, that's they'll fit right in. They'll fit just right in. They're already Republican like anyway. They're diet Republicans as is. But anyways,
Now, the one thing is, by isolating the U.S. from the global market like this, because Canada is showing it, right? Like they're and Germany too, like Europe with Tesla and shit. Like Elon is crying over there because Tim Walz said a couple of shit about his company, like his
heard
stocks
his
going down.
beefies.
Yeah, no, he's like throwing a little tantrum over there at Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Oh, apparently
it
they're
is.
vandalizing Teslas out here as well.
Ooh, I mean, I don't support that, of course. Vandalism's bad.
Yeah,
Here in this channel, we don't support vandalism of any kind.
but anytime I catch
But,
an Uber and that Tesla shows up, I'm like, oh boy, hope I get to work safely.
uh, but freaking U.S. companies would be losing access to a global market, man. If the world reacts and says like, "Nah, fuck you,"
Mm-hmm.
China has its own fucking social media
Yeah,
stuff. Nothing's stopping other countries from doing the same
exactly.
or using China's. So, how could this benefit these companies in the long run? Like the it's a possibility. And I think it's part of the fucking money rot that these motherfuckers experience where they think that they're untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a necessity, you're a commodity, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Like I get it. This is capitalism and all. I understand that,
Yeah,
but anybody when it comes to capitalism, anybody can get it.
yeah.
Like
And
you might have a booming business at one point, and then all it takes is just a couple of bad fucking moves here and there, and then yeah, your company's gonna go under. That's all it takes.
yeah.
Just
And
one
then
mismanagement, one mismove. Yeah.
if you break daddy government, it won't be there to bail you the fuck out like it normally does.
Right. Exactly.
So none of this makes sense, man. Like it just what the fuck?
It's kind of like Elon. Elon came in. It's just like when businesses already had it good from the jump. Like any kind of economic crisis that happens, fucking corporations is getting their bag filled first every time,
Mm-hmm.
and times are good. I mean, COVID showed that.
Yeah.
Like fucking how no one see. And here's the thing: people talk shit about inflation went up because of all the enhanced unemployment. Bull fucking
Mm-mm.
shit.
Nah, 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 nah.
Bull fucking shit. That is not what caused inflation. Because how can you justify fucking the markets recovering before anybody got their first stimulus check?
Mm. That that happened? Shit. I didn't know that.
Yes. Markets recovered before we got our first stimmy. Because $21 trillion was pumped into Wall Street before we got our first stimulus check.
Shit.
When you compare $21 trillion into Wall Street compared to what regular people got,
Oh
pennies.
no, man.
Fucking pennies. Even what I feel like they really should have done, which would have stabilized the economy just even more, or just really truly stabilized it. Just
What?
thinking out loud here. You can you can call me crazy. But all that money that was used for the stimulus check and all the enhanced unemployment just gave like everybody like 30K in their just direct deposit 30K into their account. Because that's pretty
Damn,
much
man.
because that's how much it would all came out to anyway. If you include all that, just put 30K everybody's pockets. We got through what the pandemic that would have, got people through, a good chunk of the pandemic, until it was time to come back to work. And people wouldn't have missed payments. You wouldn't have to have worried about all this credit card debt that people were in because they would have been financially stable. Like, oh, I don't need to spend all this money. I just pay my bills. I just go about my day. I have 30K. That's going to last me until I can go back to work or work from home or whatever the case may be. A lot of fraud would have been avoided because
Now,
of because of
Would
all the
you?
fucking the fraud unemployment that was happening in California.
Oh,
y-
heavy, man.
Man,
It was so bad.
it was so fucking bad, dude. Like a lot of that shit would have got avoided had you just put one large lump sum into people's pockets, and that would have been the end of it.
Man, it was so bad out here.
Man, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. The
but
last
would you?
project was Bank of America prepaid, so I caught the tail end of that shit. That shit was wild.
Whew, fucking would you suggest is lump sum or like in payments?
No, the one large lump sum, give it all. Give it all. A little
Damn,
self control. Whatever you do, what should you do at that point? You got the tools to survive. Make it work.
damn, dude.
Because the thing is, payments are gonna the only issue I have with payments, because that's what we went through with the unemployment, they're just gonna try and means test the shit out of it. At
Mm,
least, at least when you pay them one time, all right, one payment, no questions asked. Here you go. Because then if you do it in payments, long little increments here and there, then you're gonna have to, you know what I mean? Like, what's the logistics of it? You got to fill out some form? This happened, like I said, just I don't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But I mean, like, I'm not like as far as payments, if you want to go the payment route, then don't means test it, or just give them one large lump sum. We're not gonna worry about it. Tax is it's gonna be a nice little tax write off, whatever the case may be. But this is I don't know if this was part of what Obama was trying to do, but Obama was literally trying to put money off to the side for when a pandemic happened, and Republicans laughed at him and said, "No, nigga, no, we're not doing that."
these
And now,
motherfuckers don't think about the future. It's like,
no, no. And now we're facing a self-inflicted economic crisis, and I don't know what's going to happen this time. Honestly, it was
the,
self-inflicted. Like, w-
yeah, no, the plane had not landed, man. The plane, the tires had just touched. This economic plane was not steady yet, man. And then this motherfucker took over and undid all these things, did all these things, made all these moves. It mm,
yeah, it's been a shit show, dude.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like scare anybody or anything like that. I am no economist. I am but a fool.
Right.
Um. So I read this article about some people that are starting to think about pulling out their 401ks and keeping them liquid
Mm-hmm.
in case of a crash.
Oh man, I bet everyone that didn't pull out right now was mad as fuck.
Have you thought about it, man? Like,
Well, I didn't have much in my 401k anyway, so
mm,
like,
fuck, man.
yeah, nah, yeah. Nah, I want all my money every check. Nah, and besides, at this rate, fucking, what's the retirement age gonna be? Shit, I'll be fucking working until I'm fucking 70, and until this podcast shit starts popping off. Shit.
Dude,
Mm.
like, I think about it, man. I'm like, would it be? But like, then I don't understand economics that well, right? Like,
Mhm.
that's the class I failed like twice in high school.
Yeah.
Again,
Uh,
not economic advice, just me fucking trying to understand shit.
this is not financial advice.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
as my econ pro said, Republicans ripped off the duct tape.
It's falling the fuck apart, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Like Biden's just like, here's some, it's just he just patched it up a little bit. Here's some duct tape. Here's some
These
glue.
motherfuckers like, nah. Ah.
Like Trump had to do absolutely nothing.
So
There is nothing he
what
had
would
to do.
what would happen if
Mhm.
people start pulling their 401ks? Like they panic, start doing that shit. What the fuck happens, man? You know.
Well, Wall Street would fucking freak the fuck out. That's for fucking sure. So,
I mean, that would probably grab some attention.
mhm, definitely. The boys that want to go 401ks. Oh shit, what's going on? Everyone's pulling out.
Eh,
Don't do
fuck,
it.
man.
Yeah, no. But that's the only thing I could really think of. Like that would be like one of the first little like domino effects. Wall Street begins to freak out. Markets really start tanking. Fucking companies. So much for those companies won't be able to do those fucking corporate buybacks and shit because those stocks are going to be pretty much worthless at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, we would literally, I don't know, put capitalism in his place finally. That might work. Who knows?
Fuck. Yeah.
That's that. Who knows? Possibilities are endless. Mm. But you know, got to talk about those students.
Mm.
So here's what I will say. Regardless of how you feel about what's happening in Israel and Palestine, mm, no one should be getting deported for protesting, regardless of where you land on the issue. Like from an American standpoint, it's your First Amendment right to, freedom of speech and your right to protest. It shouldn't be met with, getting deported. Because that right there, that is some fascist shit right there. Like, I forget the name of the dude, but his name was trending for a little bit. But dude was, grew up in Palestine, came over here to the States, started going to school, fucking married, has a kid, like green card. So he's a US resident. And then just because he protested, on his pro Palestine shit, ICE came and said, "Oh yeah, that green card, yeah, nah, it's not good anymore. Get on this plane." And that motherfucker has never been heard from again. Like
Dude.
he couldn't even talk to his lawyer or anything like that. There was like no due process. And then that's another thing that's kind of just really just like, all right, because now we're just throwing due process out.
Yeah.
And fucking the Republican Party is just like fuck well the MAGA part of the Republican Party are just all for it. Fucking hoorah rah, get them the fuck out of here type shit.
Yeah, fucking there was that thing with Marco Rubio. He was saying like 300 different students have been deported already, and basically saying like, oh, you come here to like be part of the nation and all that kind of shit. If you're gonna be just like disrupting, then go back to your country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's not how this works at all, man. At fucking all. Uh, it it just, if you're okay with the silencing of someone because it serves your purpose
Mm-hmm.
and no one stops it, when the question is not will you be next, but when will you be next? So if you're not willing to do it for others. Do it as I don't care if you do it as a self-preservation maneuver. Don't
Mm.
give a shit. But you have to like not be okay with it. You can't be okay with it.
No.
It
Nope.
it's it's just not like it's not in the laws, it's not in the nature of any of this, man. It's that they came to the country with the understanding that freedom of speech was a thing. And as long as they didn't attack anybody, they didn't hurt anybody, they were just exercising their speech,
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason. No reason, man.
Yeah.
And like
And it goes back to like the hypocrisy of it all. Because the
oh
same
yeah.
people that are fucking hip harangue these fucking deportations are the same people that get upset when motherfuckers get banned off Twitter because they drop one too many N bombs.
Oh yeah, and they probably see this as revenge, man. They probably see this like, yeah, that's what you get for fucking banning me and shit. They're seeing this as retribution. Um,
Like, no, like people forget that, you know, shit like social media platforms have terms and conditions and terms of service. Meanwhile, First Amendment, on the other hand, that's just what it is.
mm-hmm.
So it's like people kind of throw shit out the windows like let's say for example, I go to your parents' place and I start saying a bunch of racial slurs and shit. Should I be able to like stay in your parents' house?
No.
Exactly. It's my right to talk shit. Doesn't mean I can stay there.
Yep. Yep, man. Like,
Like the fuck? Fuck you think this is?
yeah, man. Like they cannot handle the fucking sticks and stones, man. But they're really good at throwing them.
Mm-hmm. Throwing stones and hiding your hands. That's what they
Mm,
like to do.
but it is. Let me see.
All right.
Fucking. I'm trying to see if it's all for protesting.
Well, there are some other ones too. Because what initially started this whole thing was like this what was it called? I forget, but it was like some act that was used to deport people during like times of war and shit. But
Oh
it
yeah.
started with that because it was like this fucking Venezuelan gang that's been starting a bunch of shit, which I'm like, okay, I guess. So why are you not going out with them? But really, all they're doing is fucking racially profiling fucking brown people that have tattoos, just random tattoos because that gang has a particular tattoo, but they're just rounding up a bunch of brown people that have tattoos that are not even associated with that and just deporting them. Without
Yeah,
due process, though. Without any kind of due process. And that's the crazy part it's just like it's a shit show. Like y'all just off the rip. Like because this is like, all right, so because you couldn't just deport people because of fucking, try and get rid of birthright citizenship, this is the workaround somehow. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
look a certain way, we're just gonna deport you now. Which is just like, okay, I guess.
Like this there was a story um well back like Rubio says El Salvador will house supportees from the U.S., including Americans. So, like, even what people that are from the country, like, it's just they're setting up to deport whoever doesn't think what the administration wants them to think.
Man.
So, like, yeah, man, like, some of these people are just getting for suspected terrorism, but with no
Suspect.
due process, no nothing, man.
And that's just mad crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like,
But
due process was.
what happened to law and order and all that and innocent until proven guilty?
Mm,
Once again, same party. Same party. That's who rowing about this will say the same fucking thing if it was happening to them.
oh, yeah, no, hard, man. They're the people that like talk about that shit all the time.
Same motherfucker. It's crazy work to me.
Mm-hmm. It. Mm. Crazy fucking times, man.
Meanwhile, Top G, me and my brother are back in the States.
That. Oh my god, I forgot about that shit. That's right, man.
Remember, we gotta
And
be
then,
the top G, not the bottom G, and ride our Bugattis.
like, it is them removing these students, the scientists, fucking learning, providing a service to the community and society, for their views on something. In the meantime, the motherfucking Tate brothers are allowed back into the U.S. Human traffickers, man. Are they suspected or like proven?
I know Andrew Tate did some time for this shit.
Like, if you did time, then you are a human trafficker. Yeah. Like, I just don't want to fucking get told I'm wrong and shit on that. But like, yeah, we're gonna kick out scientists and shit, and we're gonna take in human traffickers.
Yep, Andrew
And
Tate charged with rape and trafficking in Romania.
yeah, ah, man, from a melting pot to a cesspool. Who would have thought?
The French want their stats.
I mean, I mean,
Lady Liberty, you're coming back home to France.
take me with you.
Shit, dude.
Oh
Like,
man, I saw this video of French protests, and it was like people from farms with dump trucks of fucking manure and dirt and shit, and just dumping it in front of buildings
mm.
for protesting their representatives. I'm like, we need to do that. These people going to these town halls in the middle of fucking nowhere need to, like, they know exactly where the fucking mayor lives. They know exactly where the fucking governor lives. They need to
Mhm.
just go and fucking, I mean, hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, I think that it would be a splendid form of non-violently demonstrating your displeasure with their shittery and shenanigans to leave them a little gift in front of their house.
Don't do
Uh,
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that, though. In a different dimension, in which, but like, uh,
Dude, that would be so fucking great.
I mean, hey, man, effective, effective. Maybe if they get to shovel shit like we did need to shovel shit, fucking, they'll get some perspective. Maybe, perhaps, not supporting anything,
hmm
not giving anyone any ideas, just referencing a video I saw.
There's this meme that I saw that said if politicians had worked minimum wage, we would have a very effective government.
Man, yeah, like a lot of these dudes that are like trying to pass themselves as like blue collar worker. I understand what you're doing. Are like Ivy League private school educated motherfuckers, man. Like they've never
hmm
done any of this.
Nope,
So
not a damn thing.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, dude. Like I just don't get it.
Today
It
is about venting about the things that don't make sense with this, and the hope that people are equally displeased.
Yeah, it's a lot of doom and gloom going on right now, but it's a lot though. It's like it's hard to not talk about it.
It
And
is. It is.
and then once we do our next political episode, it might be
We'll
World
see
War
where it
Three,
shit's at.
fucking World
We'll
War
see where
Three and
we're at.
shit. Oh
Um,
god.
like
Hmm.
we'll keep moving with what the times call from us, but like don't get overwhelmed. I know it's a lot though.
Yeah.
Fucking it just if you if you stay on top of it too hard, right, and it gets overwhelming and you disengage completely, that's it worked. It fucking worked.
Don't forget to touch grass every once in a while, all right?
Yes, go for a walk, take your fucking pet turtle for a fucking hike.
Petra.
Like, dude, like, yeah, no, like anything. Whatever you need to do to center yourself in the moment and remember that throughout history this has happened many times. And
Ugh.
the one thing that gives me solace is the fact that I don't remember where I fucking heard it. Um, but this dude that says like even though the people that go through those times must feel like shit, right?
Mhm.
Uh, if you look at the grand scheme of history, every time that we've gone through this wave of fascism and authoritarianism and people trying to squash our spirit, um, every time it has been a little bit less horrible in the grand scheme of things. It's taken less human casualties. It's taken less. It it takes a huge step, like fucking. I don't know, like it gives me solace because I hope that from this pain, even more humanity comes from it at the end.
Mhm.
Um, I know
Well,
it's very easy for me to say it from the comfort of of my dwelling and my safety. It's easy to say, right? And
Mhm.
easy to maintain the perspective of it. But I do hope that from this comes a even more enlightened society.
And that's all we can hope for. Like we actually learn from our mistakes as a people moving forward, because I think, like you said earlier, from the world stage, this has definitely crippled the shit out of us. As like
Hmm.
people's like this is why Rome fell.
The emperor has no clothes, man. Like we're probably will never recover globally from this. Well, probably the U.S. will never recover.
Probably, probably not. But moving forward, we just gotta just put our best foot forward, and actually put someone that's gonna do the right thing, and that's gonna represent us in that regard.
Hmm.
Because like you just crash the it's one of those things where it's just like how the fuck you gonna look up what a tariff is after he gets elected?
That oh my god, man.
And
Because people don't know how to engage in democracy, man. It's just,
they want to keep you
mm,
stupid, so that's why he got at the Department of Education. Great.
hmm.
Keep you fucking retarded. Awesome. um sorry, that was probably sorry for the actual people that are neurodivergent. That was very derogatory of me, but I get you.
It was in the heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment. But they want to keep you
Fucking
dumb, for this very purpose, so that way this continues to happen again. But, you know, we're seeing the change. Like the as far as messaging goes, because we've talked about messaging before, this is the Democratic Party's like chance right now. This is the opportunity. This was the call to arms right now. Because like if it's not now, it's not gonna be ever at this point. Like, don't be like a fucking Chuck Schumer. Fucking that was a disaster. Like y'all had man. Remember when Democrats was trying to get shit passed during the fucking Trump administration, and then fucking bitch ass fucking Mitch McConnell was just withholding shit. This was Chuck
oh my
Schumer's chance.
god.
This was Chuck Schumer's chance to be like, nah, I'm not feeling that.
I had not thought about it like that. Son of a bitch. Yes.
Chuck Schumer,
Oh,
Chuck Schumer had to all Chuck Schumer had to do had to say was, so remember that one time?
oh man.
Remember that one
Like
time? Remember that one time we was trying to get some shit passed, and then you were
so
like, "Nah, it's dead on arrival." That's all Chuck Schumer had to do.
like both answers had repercussions, right? Like if he had actually gone through it
Mm-hmm.
and let that shit shut down,
Mm-hmm.
it would have repercussions. He let it pass. It has repercussions. They both do. But this motherfucker just played chicken with the American people.
Oh no, he did.
Like he goes and says, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna let it pass. We're gonna let it shut down." Everyone gets riled up. Everyone's happy about it. They're like, "Okay, brace for the storm." And this motherfucker thinks that we're so inept that we don't understand that it has an effect. There's a reason why the Democratic Party has been so against shutdowns and has bent the knee time and time and time again and let shit pass in exchange for not being responsible or associated whatsoever with a shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all like, yes, this looks like a good time to say yes to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then he retracts that action.
This
That
was
action.
yeah.
Fucking Chuck Schumer, if you're listening, next time,
There
if
is
you ever
no.
get to play chicken with the American people and their rights, don't fucking move aside. Let that shit hit you. because you're representing us, right? Fuck, man.
Oh
Make
no,
up
he's
your
getting.
mind. Go with it.
Oh, come, because I think it's like 2028. So come next time, there won't be a next time. That's for fucking
I,
sure. Because
yeah.
ALC is gonna be the fucking was it
I
the
really,
minority leader for the Democrats for the, is that what is that's what it's called for the Senate, the minority leader?
it would be, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
But like,
So she's gonna take Chuck Schumer's spot for sure.
please, man. I hope she does, cause it is.
Yeah, and then Akeem Jeffries, nigga, you better get away from them billionaires, my nigga, if you still want to have your seat too.
Mm,
And stop throwing progressives under the bus, because I swear I was so hyped for Hakeem Jeffries, and then he just, oh, I won't bend the knee
it's
for the far left. There is no far left. That shit blows me. There is no far left. That's not a thing. That is not a thing. That's not a
it's
thing.
like they talk about the far left as being like some motherfuckers that are like I've seen the Democrats, right? Like Democrat on some fucking Facebook chat or something like that. That they're like all uh like gatekeeping, but on all fronts in a weird like circle around their own bodies,
Mm.
kind of gatekeeping. And they grab that as the far left, and I'm like, that's a person that has like probably never done shit, man. They're just online doing nothing.
Now
So,
the far left are the same motherfuckers that always have the. So here's why I left the Democratic Party.
oh, those? Oh, fuck, man.
That's what the far left is. They eventually become far right. They become them niggas. Or a bunch of fucking woke blue hair dye fucking just foaming at the mouth because you didn't call them the right pronoun. That's what they think the far left is. People that absolutely have no effect on really any real like political like movement. You
Yeah,
know, like they use it as like far left as like some kind of weird social construct, which is really not a real thing, at least not in politics. Because who's representing the far left? Can you
fuck,
name
man.
me one representative that's holding office right now that is trying to get some far left policies passed? Or they think anybody that's far left is just being pretty much an advocate for trans people? Is that what being far left is?
Doesn't just say it, man.
If that is, just, exactly, just say if that's what you think that is. Or people that just advocate for just like basic shit, universal health care, livable wage, the shit that Bernie's been preaching for the last 40 fucking years. Is that what you think far left is? Like,
Uh,
I don't know. But hey, it's all good if you want to cozy up to billionaires and shit, though, right?
yeah. Nah, man.
Like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. But
Yeah, we get our moment, man.
we'll get our moment. And when that moment comes, it'd be like, how the turntables. Our time is now.
Oh man. The turntables. Goddamn. It yeah.
Al Green coming out, or not Al Green, but Al Gore talking about, yeah, I told you it was real.
Fucking cereal. He was so cereal, guys.
He was so serial, guys.
Fucking he was
Oh shit. Nah, but seriously though, you know, if you want to get your daily, your daily dose of political shit without all the stress, we'll do that for you every once in a while. Though. We are here for y'all.
It's been rough.
It's been rough though. It's been a rough. You know what, man? This has been a long ass year.
Already, man.
Already, this has been a long ass year.
I look down and it's like 3, third month. How? I feel like it's already June, man. In my brain, like, and I go outside, and I'm like, oh, it's chilly. Why is it chilly in June? Like,
shit, dude. It was just, you know what was just so disgusting?
mm,
So remember how I told you it was like 90 degrees and shit this week?
mm-hmm.
So you want to know what the high is going to be today?
What?
78 with a bunch of wind, right? So 78 is going to be the high. 77 is going to be the high tomorrow. But guess what's going to be the high for Tuesday?
80 something.
62 fucking degrees. That's going to be the high.
Oh shit.
Or no, 67 for Tuesday, 62 for Wednesday for the high.
God damn.
Yeah, we're going to catch the worst case of hypothermia up in this bitch. It's hot. Now it's cold. Now it's hot again. Now it's cold.
Damn,
Playing
man.
icy hot up in this bitch. Swear to God. I was so ready to just put my sweaters away, and now they're just on standby because I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen this week.
Gonna leave them in the coat hanger like an extra month just in case. Don't really know.
Right. I'm just gonna go wash my sweaters again just in case. Just like, all right, because like I'll not wear them for like a long period of time, and then like I'll wash them once it start getting cold again. Just like it's been a while.
Okay.
This makes sense to wear these again. Now, not too sure.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. But we're gonna end things here.
All right.
Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, share. Thanks for coming by and chatting. We appreciate y'all. And
Thank you for listening to our venting. Keeps you humble, keeps you sane.
Yeah, next episode is gonna be a fun episode for sure.
Yeah. Lighting shit up again. Just needed to get it out there.
But yeah, it's been a crazy week. But yeah, see y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a good one.
See ya. Love you. Have a nice rest of your day, guys.
Ending.